Here's just the melody to I'm Old Fashioned. First phrase of it. I'm going to try doing some two-part voices with that melody. Okay, so this isn't exactly chord melody, it's a little more skeletal, but I'm just going to improvise and see what happens. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right there, basically I'm thinking about the outline of the chord changes. In this case, 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 6, 2, 5 for the first phrase. I'm hearing the melody in my head. And with my fingers here, I'm thinking, okay, if my first part of my hand here has the melody, then my third finger and my pinky finger can get a counter melody going. Getting the leading tone, playing thirds. So this is one of the things I do when I practice chord melody is I'll really try to get the actual melody down as best I can, get it in my ears, and then sit there with the chord changes and say, maybe if I add a second voice below the melody note and get some contrary motion, then it can create a little bit more of an interesting sound when you're playing chord melody guitar. Like if I were to do I'm Old Fashioned and sort of go in and out of playing two voices and chord melody, here's what it would sound like. Sounds bigger and fatter, right? So it's a fun technique on guitar to use, and when you're practicing, maybe try thinking about melody note, the finger you're using for that melody note, and what would be your options if that's the melody note here. So it's the note F, sixth string on the second finger. It's the first note in I'm Old Fashioned, right? I can play in the key of F with first finger, that note, that note, that note, probably that note. You can practice playing all those together. In the right hand, with third finger, I can get maybe just that, tritone, four, maybe get the fifth, but that's what I got pinky finger for, right? So I've got maybe for some dissonance. So really aiming to see what are my options in that area with those fingers on those consecutive strings. If I reach farther down, I got, and with third finger, right? I got pinky finger there too. So seeing what are my options with my melody note with my chosen finger there, how can I play some other notes that belong in the key? Maybe experiment with this a little bit. It's one of the more advanced concepts in guitar playing, and it requires that we have a little bit of right-hand technique, something that we should all definitely be working on when we're playing in a chord melody style. So as you build chord melodies, don't forget to just play some stuff where you've got some contrasting melody and lower voices right below it, in addition to learning these big fat guitar voicings with melodies on top. Thanks for joining me for Jazz Memes Wednesday chord melody stuff. I'm John Storie. Comment, like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, don't be a stranger. Well, everyone's a stranger on the internet, but just comment and I'll get back to you. See ya.